Congress and the DMK alliance for the Tamil Nadu elections. And now shifting our focus to the poll-bound state of West Bengal, where reports of post-election unrest have emerged from several parts of West Bengal, raising concerns over the law and order in the state. In Kolkata's New Market area, visuals circulating on social media appear to show a group allegedly damaging shops with a bulldozer. Eyewitness accounts and TMC leaders have claimed that security personnel, including police and central forces, were present at the scene during the incident, but nobody interfered. Separately, allegations have surfaced from Jagatballapur, where a party office belonging to the Trinamool Congress was reportedly set on fire. Similar claims of violence and vandalism have been reported from other districts, with accusations of politically motivated attacks following the announcement of election results. In North 24 Parganas, Shamnagar area, another bulldozer-related demolition has been reported as well. According to local sources, a structure identified as Biswa Bengal was brought down despite objections from the residents. Some locals have alleged that the construction of the wall had earlier been supported by political figures, adding to tensions surrounding the demolition. TMC leaders have strongly criticized these incidents, describing them as indicative of a deteriorating law and order situation. They have also questioned the role of law enforcement agencies and the Election Commission, alleging inaction. And now former Trinamool Congress MLA Manoj Tiwari has made explosive allegations against his party, claiming that he was asked to pay rupees 5 crore for a ticket ahead of the recent West Bengal Assembly elections. Speaking to PTI in an interview, the 40-year-old said that his political journey with the Trinamool Congress has come to an end after he was denied a ticket from Shibpur constituencies in Howrah. Tiwari alleged that tickets within the party were distributed based on financial capacity rather than merit. He claimed that several candidates paid hefty sums, in some cases up to 5 crore, to secure nominations. The former cricketer said that he refused to comply with such demands, which ultimately cost him the opportunity to contest in this election. Reacting to the party's electoral defeat, Tiwari said that the outcome was expected, alleging widespread corruption and lack of development across sectors during the government's tenure. Reflecting on his political career, Tiwari revealed that he was initially reluctant to enter politics despite being approached by party leadership in 2019. He eventually contested and won the Shibpur seat in 2021 assembly elections. He also expressed dissatisfaction with the functioning of the party, alleging a lack of internal democracy and limited scope for ministers to raise issues. According to him, key concerns such as drainage and sewage problems in Howrah remained unresolved despite repeated appeals. Tiwari further claimed that he personally funded certain development works in his constituencies when official support was not forthcoming. Dilip Ghosh, Rupa Ganguly, Agnimitra Paul and Suvendu Adhikari, the giant killer. Let's now take a closer look at the 5 key contenders in the race for the West Bengal Chief Minister's post. First is Samik Bhattacharya, the BJP's state president, known for his strong organizational skills, sharp booth management and focus on building the party's structure. Then comes Dilip Ghosh, former state president who retained Kharagpur Sadar with a margin of over 9,000 votes. He played a key role in the BJP's rise in 2019 and is known for his aggressive style and strong grassroots connect. Rupa Ganguly is another prominent face, winning Sonarpur Dakshin by a margin of over 35,000 votes. With a clean image and a strong public appeal, she brings both visibility and connect, especially among urban voters. Agnimitra Paul represents the party's newer leadership. She won Asansol Dakshin by more than 40,000 votes and is known for her strong media presence and focus on women's issues. And finally, Suvendu Adhikari, the giant killer widely seen as the front-runner. He secured a major victory in Bhawanipur, defeating Mamata Banerjee in her own bastion and remains the BJP's key face against the TMC with a strong mass base in East Medinapur. Meanwhile, West Bengal State's Chief Electoral Officer Manoj Kumar Agrawal has firmly rejected allegations made by Mamata Banerjee of being physically assaulted during the election process. The CEO has stated that there is no record of any such incident at the counting centre. After speaking with the district election officer, officials confirmed that no assault was reported. Crucially, authorities have also highlighted that no formal complaint or FIR has been filed, casting serious doubt on the claims. The rebuttal comes hours after Mamata Banerjee alleged that she was attacked and forcibly removed from a polling station, triggering a major political row. The TMC has also accused authorities of widespread irregularities, including voter list manipulation, EVM tampering, and administrative bias.
Now, I know he gave a message to somebody before 15 days ago. Ye chuna counting mein khel hoga. That I am having with me. I told him, can you do like this? Even nobody is from our side. My official agents are not allowed. I am not allowed. I went inside for few minutes. They kicked me in my belly. They kicked me in my backside. And they abused, physically manhandled, assaulted. And you cannot imagine what happened because that time CCTV was off. So far I know, I have seen the CCTV footage from inside the room. Then I was sitting there, I said, unless and until the counting is started, the normalcy is restored, I will sit here as a candidate. I have seen the data bank area, all the BJP candidates and with 200 goals, they are operating their data. Then they just thrust me, thrown me out from the counting station. Dhakka deke marke nikala. As a woman, I feel it is not only the insultation. I am as a human being, how they misbehave with me. So I can guess the other candidates, how they are being tortured.
यहाँ CCTV कैमरा कभी ऑफ था और जो है डीओ से मैंने पूरी बात करी है कहीं पे ऐसा नहीं हो कि किसी ने किसी को लात घुसे मारे हैं ऐसा कहीं होता ही नहीं है किसी कैंडिडेट के साथ होता है तो कंप्लेंट भी होती है कंप्लेंट होती है फिर एफआईआर होती है ना कोई कंप्लेंट आई है ना कोई एफआईआर आई है ना ऐसा कुछ हुआ है डीओ ने खुद मुझे बताया है
Election authorities, however, maintain that the entire process was conducted as per established norms, pushing back strongly against any suggestion of misconduct. Despite the electoral setback, Mamata Banerjee has refused to concede defeat, asserting that her party has achieved a moral victory. She has also accused the Bharatiya Janata Party of interference and alleged that law enforcement remained inactive during violence against party workers.
ऐसे 100 काउंटिंग सेंटर्स हैं, 100 एसीज हैं, जहां पे आप अगर कोर्ट में जाओगे चैलेंज करोगे तो 2 बजे के बाद सारे काउंटिंग एजेंट्स को हटा दिया गया, मार के भगा दिया गया और वो सारे सीसीटीवी फुटेजेस में रिकॉर्डेड है।
देखिए, अगर मुख्यमंत्री अभी तक जो थी ममता दीदी अगर ये कहती हैं पब्लिकली कि मैं रिजाइन नहीं करूंगी तो इसका अर्थ ये होता है कि ममता दीदी भारत के संविधान का तो अपमान कर ही रही है, भारत के कानून का तो अपमान कर ही रही है और वो बार बार करती आई है। लेकिन इस बार जो जनादेश उनके खिलाफ दिया पश्चिम बंगाल की जनता ने, वो इस बार जनता का भी अपमान कर रही है। और ममता दीदी को मैं कहना चाहता हूं, आपके कहने से कुछ नहीं होगा, आपके रिजाइन नहीं करने से भी पश्चिम बंगाल रुकेगा नहीं। पश्चिम बंगाल तो मोदी जी के साथ चल पड़ा है, वो आगे बढ़ेगा।
And now, viewers, Mamata Banerjee has lost and the BJP has finally made its way into power in Bengal. But what is even more striking is that Mamata lost the crucial Bhawanipur seat. Suvendu Adhikari secured a total of over 70,000 votes, while Mamata received over 58,000 votes, losing by a margin of nearly 15,000 votes. Now, Let's decode the key reasons behind the fall of the Mamata-led government. Anti-incumbency played a big role, with 22 out of 35 TMC ministers losing, including Mamata herself. Nearly 63% of the cabinet was defeated, signalling a clear voter rejection. Suvendu Adhikari emerged as a key factor, defeating Mamata due to his mass appeal and strengthening his position as the frontrunner for the CM's post. The BJP's focused campaign also made a difference, with over 600 rallies, wide outreach and a strong focus on issues like women's safety, jobs and industry. The SIR factor impacted voter numbers in the heavily populated and the key districts like Murshidabad, Malda and the parts of North and South 24 Parganas. Meanwhile, the RJ Kaur and Sandesh Khali incidents triggered public outrage, especially among women voters, leading to a noticeable shift in the women voter sentiment regarding women's security and safety. Five reasons why Mamata Banerjee lost and was ousted from Bengal. Bhabanipur, her own bastion, her own constituencies, and she lost that seat with a margin of over 15,000 votes. Suvendu Adhikari emerged victorious, making him the front-runner for the CM post in West Bengal. And now, after 10 years of opposition, the UDF is back in power in Kerala with a clear mandate, winning 102 seats. But even before the celebrations settle, the focus has shifted to the big question: who will be the next chief minister? In Thiruvananthapuram, posters backing KC Venugopal have surfaced, signaling the start of an internal contest within the Congress. Behind the scenes, hectic lobbying is underway. Leaders are in touch with the High Command and all eyes are now on Delhi. KC Venugopal is seen as the High Command's trusted face and a possible consensus candidate. VD Satizan represents a younger leadership and has strong visibility in the state but faces questions over wider acceptability. Ramesh Chenitala brings experience and organizational strength but is also seen as part of the old guard. So what will decide who will be the next Chief Minister of Kerala? With limited options in balanced factions, the Congress will have to choose carefully. The decision will come down to three factors, which are winnability, stability and acceptability. Because the real challenge is not just forming the government but managing internal equations. The final call now rests with the High Command. Well, as Kerala is all set for an UDF's comeback after 10 years, the race is now heating up over who will be the next Chief Minister of Kerala. KC Venugopal, VD Satish and Ramesh Chenitala, some of the front runners in the race to become the Chief Minister of Kerala. And now all eyes are on the Congress leadership on who will the Congress party choose. And now shifting our focus, two suspected blast incidents near high security installations have raised serious concerns in Punjab, with fresh inputs now indicating the possible use of an explosive devices. In Jalandhar, an explosion near BSF Chowk left a scooter completely gutted. Eyewitnesses reported a loud blast with the sound heard up to a kilometer away. CCTV visuals showed the moment the two-wheeler went up in the flames, even as a man is seen fleeing the spot. Police say that the scooter's rider has been detained and is being questioned. Early reports suggest that the vehicle may be linked to a delivery executive who had entered the BSF headquarters shortly before the incidents. Sources now indicate that an improvised explosive device or IED may have been used, though officials are yet to confirm this.
BSF ਚੌਂਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਐਕਟਿਵਾ ਮੋਟਰਸਾਈਕਲ ਨੂੰ ਅਚਨਚੇਤ ਅੱਗ ਲੱਗ ਗਈ। ਐਕਟਿਵਾ ਮੋਟਰਸਾਈਕਲ ਗੁਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਦਾ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਮੌਕੇ ਤੇ ਮੌਜੂਦ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਇਸ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਪੁੱਛ ਪੜਤਾਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਜਿਵੇਂ ਹੀ ਹੋਰ ਤੱਥ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਆਣਗੇ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾਣਗੇ। ਧੰਨਵਾਦ।
Later, a second incident was reported in Amritsar's Khasa area outside an army cantonment. Punjab police say that an unidentified individual threw an explosive device into the premises from outside, triggering the blast. Preliminary inputs suggest masked individuals on a motorcycle carried out the act before fleeing the scene. Forensic teams have recovered fragments resembling a metal container embedded in the boundary wall, pointing to the use of an explosive device, possibly a grenade. The explosion caused tin sheds along the boundary walls to collapse and led to a minor damage between gate number 6 and 7 of the cantonment.
ਅਸੀਂ ਵੇਖ ਲਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇੱਕ ਦੀਵਾਰ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਖਾਸਾ ਕੈਂਟ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਉਧਰਲੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਇੱਕ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੇਖ ਲਿਆ ਕਿ ਦੀਵਾਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਟਿਨ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇੱਕ ਸ਼ੀਟ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਡਿੱਗਿਆ ਪਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਸੋ ਪ੍ਰੀਲਿਮਿਨਰੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਇਨਸਪੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਐਂਡ ਐਨਾਲਿਸਿਸ ਹੈ ਉਹ 'ਚੋਂ ਇਹ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ probably someone has come and thrown something towards the wall ਤਾਂ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ there has been some low explosion and ਕੋਈ ਨੁਕਸਾਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਬਟ ਅਸੀਂ jointly ਇਹਨੂੰ inspect ਕਰ ਰਹੇ investigate ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਬਾਕੀ the forensic teams and the BDS teams are on the spot and we'll update further. Thank you.
10:50 के आसपास पुलिस को एक कंप्लेंट आया था कि खासा जहाँ पे कैंटोनमेंट है वहाँ पे एक ब्लास्ट का आवाज़ आया है एंड ये ब्लास्ट का आवाज़ को इन्वेस्टिगेट करने के लिए पुलिस के सीनियर ऑफिसर्स इंक्लूडिंग SSP, SPD एंड अदर DSPs वहाँ पहुँचे हैं अलॉन्ग विद सीनियर ऑफिसर्स ऑफ द आर्मी ऑल्सो जो वहाँ कैंटोनमेंट में रहते थे एंड जो उनके अदर सीनियर ऑफिसर्स भी वहाँ मौके पे पहुँचे थे. आफ्टर दैट BDS की टीम को बुलाए एंड जो बॉम्ब डिस्पोजल टीम ने वहाँ प्रॉपर चेकिंग किया उसके बाद FSL टीम जो फॉरेंसिक टीम को बुलाए थे एंड वहाँ पे जो भी एविडेंस मिला है उन्होंने इकट्ठा किए हैं and that has been sent for sampling and for testing.
कितने ब्लास्ट हुए हैं?
जी
कितने ब्लास्ट हुए कोई जानी नुकसान?
ब्लास्ट अभी चेक कर रहे हैं कितने ब्लास्ट हुए हैं मतलब फिलहाल FSL टीम जो डेटा निकाले जो सैंपल्स निकाले उसका टेस्टिंग के पता चला है कितने ब्लास्ट हुए हैं और किस चीज़ का ब्लास्ट हुआ है.
नुकसान तो नहीं है जानी
नुकसान अभी नहीं कुछ नहीं हुआ थैंकफुली.
Security forces, including police, army units, bomb disposal squads and forensic teams are on the ground and a search operation is underway in the surrounding areas. While no casualties have been reported in either incident, the use of suspected IEDs and the targeting of sensitive defense locations have significantly heightened security concerns across the region. And with that, it's time for us to slip into a quick commercial breather. Keep watching News 9.
This is India's #1 news network, and you're watching News 9. English news as it should be.
New Birla Opus exterior paint gives warranty up to 16 years. Who believes that? I believe.
I do.
I do. I do.
I do.
I do. I believe it too. New Birla Opus paints gives up to 16 years warranty on walls. That's why it's the new paint for a new era.
मंडे आइएगा सब पेपर्स के साथ.
सारे पेपर्स हैं सर. How can I avoid multiple bank visits for my home loan?
Welcome to this edition of the AI Report.
Not accepted.
This is India's #1 news network, and you're watching News 9. English news as it should be.
And now shifting our focus to the developments coming in from the West Asia war. President Donald Trump on Tuesday dismissed Iran's military capabilities and said that Tehran should wave the white flag of surrender but is too proud to do so. Donald Trump told reporters in the Oval Office that Iran's military has been reduced to fighting pea shooters and that Tehran privately wants to make a deal despite its public saber-rattling. He said, and I quote, "They play games, but let me just tell you, they want to make a deal. And who wouldn't when your military is totally gone?" Donald Trump heaped praise on the US blockade of Iranian ports in the region It's like a piece of steel. Nobody's going to challenge the blockade, and I think it's working out very well, is what Donald Trump said. When asked what Iran would need to do to violate the ceasefire, Donald Trump said that, well, you'll find out because I'll let you know. They know what not to do. Donald Trump said that Iran should save the white flag of surrender. He said if this were a fight, they'd stop it.
And they should wave. They're very proud. Maybe you won't see a white flag, but essentially that's already what they are. They should wave the white flag of surrender. In hockey, they say uncle, right? When are they gonna cry uncle? But and they have another expression. If this were a fight, they would stop it. Doesn't work, so well, you'll find out because I'll let you know. They know what to do and they know what to do. They know what not to do, more importantly, actually. And they fired them in little boats with pea shooters. The pea shooters, little boat with little. You know why? Because they don't have any boats anymore. Their navy is comprised of. They call them little boats. Right? And they're fast. Yeah, they're so fast that they had 8 of them and they're all gone. And they're fast, but they're not fast like a missile. A missile is slightly faster. They're all gone, so they're looking around for little boats to try and compete with our great Navy. We have a Navy that's unbelievable. We set up a blockade, as you know very well. Not one ship. A couple tried, and they So what happens is that we have a situation where we have total control. As you know, the blockade's been amazing. It's like a piece of steel. Nobody's going to challenge the blockade. And I think it's working out very well. We're going to see. I can say this. Iran wants to make a deal. What I don't like about Iran is they'll talk to me with such great respect, and then they'll go on television. They'll say, we did not speak to the president. We did not. I just spoke to... We did not speak to the president. So they play games, but let me just tell you, they want to make a deal. So we're doing well, but it's all about, they should do the smart thing, They should do the smart thing, and because we don't want to go in and kill people, really don't. I don't want to. It's too tough. Great people. I know the people. I have so many Iranian friends from New York and from other places over the years. They're great people. I don't want to kill those people. Second term. But we have the greatest military, the best equipment in the world. So when I did this, I thought the market would go down 25%. And I thought that was a great deal if it did. If it went down 25%, I was satisfied. I said, because we cannot let these people have a nuclear weapon. They'll use it. We can't. I also thought oil would go up to 200, 250, maybe 300. And I knew it would be short term, but I thought it would go, I looked today, it's like at 102. And that's a very small price to pay for getting rid of a nuclear weapon from people that are really mentally deranged.
And now tensions in the Gulf remain high as the United States and Iran continue to exchange fire near the Strait of Hormuz, even as Washington insists that the ceasefire is still holding. U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said that the ceasefire with Iran is not over despite fresh military exchanges in the Gulf region. He claimed that the U.S. has secured a safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz with hundreds of commercial ships now preparing to transit the key waterway. The U.S. military says that it has sunk 6 Iranian small boats and intercepted missiles and drones under Project Freedom, launched by President Donald Trump to escort stranded tankers. Listen in.
No, the ceasefire is not over. Ultimately, this is a separate and distinct project, and we expected there would be some churn at the beginning, which happened. And we said we would defend and defend aggressively, and we absolutely have. Iran knows that. Any threat needs to be taken seriously. And just like those 6 attack boats that the chairman mentioned were taken seriously and dealt with before there were any real threat to the American military vessels that they were approaching. And that is small craft like that are all that Iran has left. Their ability to get close with a destroyer of the capabilities that we have is limited, but we're going to take it very seriously and kinetically, quickly. We're not going to allow a threat to gather. And I can tell you, even from just this morning, the strategy remains laser focused. In fact, what I think you see from Project Freedom is that we're not allowing ourselves to get distracted. This is a separate and distinct effort, temporary in nature, that we plan to hand over to the world. The world has expressed a desire to be a part of this, as is often the case, or maybe almost always the case. American leadership is required. So the president was willing to undertake this, send commercial ships through, send destroyers in, provide this red, white, and blue bubble of protection, and encourage the world to step up. Because ultimately, this waterway is, as I said, far more crucial to the rest of the world, and they need to have the ability to defend it. So I think this is a reflection of a laser-focused strategy.
But the situation on the ground remains volatile. Several merchant vessels reported explosions and fires in the Gulf, while an oil port in the United Arab Emirates, home to a major US base, was hit by Iranian missile strikes. General Dane Camp, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, said that Iran has repeatedly targeted commercial ships and US forces since the ceasefire announcement in April, but added that the attacks have so far stayed below the threshold of full-scale war.
The examples and samples of Iranian attacks against commercial vessels in the Strait, as well as the Gulf of Oman, and up in the Arabian Gulf. Since the ceasefire was announced, Iran has fired at commercial vessels 9 times and seized 2 container ships, and they've attacked U.S. forces more than 10 times, all below the threshold of restarting major combat operations at this point. You can also see the group of tankers and cargo vessels in the U.S. blockade line, as I mentioned. As a result of Iran's indiscriminate attacks across the region, there are currently 22,500 mariners embarked on more than 1,550 commercial vessels trapped in the Arabian Gulf, unable to transit. In addition to shipping, Iran has continued to deliberately attack its neighbors. Just yesterday, Iran attacked Oman once and the UAE 3 times, including an attack on Fujairah oil terminal, which was successfully defeated. They also launched cruise missiles, drones, small boats at U.S. forces defending commercial shipping in the Straits, and United States Navy MH-60 helicopters and Army AH-64 Apache helicopters successfully defeated those threats.
And with that, it's time for us to slip into a quick commercial breather. Keep watching News 9.
This is India's #1 news network, and you're watching News 9, English news as it should be.
मंडे आइएगा सब पेपर्स के साथ।
सारे पेपर्स हैं सर। How can I avoid multiple bank visits for my home loan?
Why has Iran stopped the traffic in the Strait of Hormuz?